Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to FTRealM. My name's Luke and this week we're talking about difficulties finding a relationship with being trans. I am in a relationship now and I have been since before I came out. So I'm going to really talk about how transitioning in a relationship put strain on it and the challenges that it has kind of brought up for me and my partner. I was with my partner for 11 months before I began to outwardly question my gender, and luckily I knew that she would be very supportive of this, and so I was able to actually discuss things with her, and it's really through that interaction that I managed to learn a lot of things about myself, and I feel very grateful for that. But it was still really very scary to come out to her, and I wish I had never had to, but it is what it is. And after that, I was really concerned that our relationship was gonna change drastically. It didn't in the end, but it felt like it might, and one of the main reasons for that is that we were two girls in like a lesbian relationship, and pretty much all of my major relationships have been with girls, so I've only ever really been in queer relationships. And although both of us identify as queer and didn't identify as gay or anything, I just thought that for her, having to now have a boyfriend instead of a girlfriend might be a struggle, and it made me very insecure to think that she might not see me 100% for who I am. And that's something that I'm still struggling with now, even though I know that she does and I know that she supports me 100%. There are still times when I'm really concerned that she doesn't, or when other people see us as a lesbian couple and it makes me feel just really bad about everything. And it's been a process, like learning to accept that this is our relationship. But I think what it's really shown me transitioning in a relationship is that it's not just from this, but every relationship has things that couples have to overcome. This is different to anything I've had to overcome in a relationship before, but everyone goes through like family changes, financial changes, and there are things like going on in everyone's lives all the time, and having to work with another person to get through those things can be really tough. And I think with being trans, that's like a whole extra kettle of fish, especially if you are very insecure about yourself and the way that you're presenting and perceived. And if your relationship was or is, or you've only ever been in one kind of relationship, for example like a lesbian relationship, being seen in society as like a heterosexual couple is very different. And it's only just really kind of beginning to happen with like strangers for me and my girlfriend, but it's just a totally different experience to anything I've ever dealt with before. And so I'm learning lots of things about myself and about the relationship that I'm in. But overall, the thing that I've learned the most is that relationships are really, really hard for everyone, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter what your life has been like. And communication within a relationship and communication about the way you're feeling, especially with being trans, about dysphoria and about ways of making yourself feel better and ways of alleviating dysphoria are so important. And I would say like my top tip, if I was gonna give a tip for being trans and being in a relationship, is be really open as you can be about if things are making you uncomfortable about your relationship, because it's horrible if the person that you care about was doing something that made you uncomfortable but you don't feel like you can talk to them about it. And the more time, like since I've been out and been on tea and stuff, that I'm with my girlfriend, the more I realise that actually she does see me for me, and without having those conversations, our relationship would have just broken down, because I would constantly feel like she just saw me as a girl, and it would make me feel terrible, to be honest. So yeah, that's my experience with dating whilst being trans. Everyone obviously has different things, but I'd say really communication has been a relationship saver for us, and I'm glad that we've managed to work through things so far. And I hope that we continue to, and I hope that when we are perceived more as like a hetero couple in society, I've kind of learnt what that means for us by then, because it's all a learning curve. Yeah, it's all a learning curve. All relationships are learning curves though, so can't really complain. Yeah, that's I think that's the basics of that. I will see you guys next week.